Every time we enter a new market, we need to do some research. We usually send people there to travel or to drive a car and to gather feedback from road and also from people. And then we localize our products, especially in business solutions when we provide professional services for businesses, when there is necessary even for postal and parcel service or for food delivery, or even we have ambulances, police and firefighters. It's very necessary to be accurate in the direction, in turn by turn, and to search for the gate where they need to access. So it's a hard work for each market, and it all starts with a language localization. It's not only the primary language, but even in India or the other countries where a lot of dialects are used, we localize also to those dialects to be as close as it is just possible to the customer. Of course, there are people who are well educated and people who have experience with US or European culture, and they are adapted, and you can negotiate with them as you would negotiate in Europe, but in the same time, in the same room, you can have somebody who's only copying the behavior of these people and has no idea how the business in Europe or US is done. And then you don't know, they admit, or they would promise everything. They would promise to deadlines, they would promise to business conditions and everything, but in a few weeks, in a few months, you would find out that they wouldn't even think that they need to keep the promise. And they can't see anything wrong. They are very positive people. They are always positive. Even somebody said that even if I am sad, I am happy. So it's exactly as it is, and I like it because of that. But sometimes it's very difficult when you are used to keep promises, and when you shake your hand with somebody, then you think the deal is done, but it's just the beginning sometimes. The difference between Europe and China or the other countries is that they can't travel freely, so they rely on permissions and on some bureaucracy which is necessary when you want to travel abroad China for Chinese people. And there are agencies who try to solve these problems for Chinese people. And these agencies, they prepare the whole itinerary, they prepare everything for the clients, for middle class, for even the rich people. They book the hotel, the flight tickets, all the travel itinerary in museums and everything. So they want to give them something more than just the paper out from the printer. The first pitfall or first problem was that they forced us to bring people into China to compile our code and maps in the country, as it's forbidden to do that from abroad. During the process, new and new things came from the government side or from the bureaucrats. They told us what to do, what not to do, and okay, we didn't resign, we tried to finish what we started. So at the end, we had a final product which was approved by Chinese government and all those people involved, and finally we found out that the time we brought our navigation to the Chinese market, there was already a copy of our navigation sold for many years, probably with some little bit different name, but the copy of our navigation, the same navigation, and sold for, of course, completely lower price, or different price for lower price, as we have even our costs with the navigation. So it was a huge disappointment, and I think that was the breaking point where for a period of some years we stopped to be so involved and active on Chinese market. automotive, definitely we would like to continue our strategy with partnership with all automotives in Asia, step by step, to pursue and to go with our strategy of connected navigation and convince them that this is the future of all cars. And it's a long way to convince conservative automotive management of changing their revenue stream and changing their habits, but I think it will be win-win. So definitely the connected navigation is number one for us in Asia.